Tracy's heart pounded with anticipation as she slipped into her deep red evening gown. The satin cascaded around her like a waterfall, whispering promises of a night to remember. Since her 25th birthday, she'd held on to a glimmer of hope that tonight, her longtime sweetheart, Eric, would finally bend his knee. But as the evening unfolded, her dream shattered like fragile crystal. Instead of a proposal, Eric delivered a blow, an unexpected announcement of his impending marriage to another woman. In the heat of the moment, Tracy's anger flared. A whirlwind of emotions propelled her out from the luxurious hotel, leaving behind a stunned and wine-soaked Eric. As she stormed past a bustling political campaign, a wealthy young man caught her eye. Acting on impulse, she kissed him, oblivious to his billionaire status. In a whirl of emotions and a desperate attempt to save his image, the billionaire agrees to a fake relationship with Tracy. Their fake relationship was nothing like Tracy had expected. She led the billionaire through the humdrum streets of her childhood, showing him the world she knew, a world far removed from his gilded existence. Their shared laughter echoed in the bustling markets, their quiet conversations whispered through the tranquil parks. And in these humble places, the billionaire found himself captivated by Tracy's simplicity, her authenticity. Then came the unexpected turn. At his ex-girlfriend's wedding, he introduced Tracy as his fiancée. The moment was surreal, blurring the lines between their pretense and reality. The ex-girlfriend stared, her envy as palpable as the surprise on Tracy's face. The billionaire watched Tracy, her genuine affection that night stirring something within him. As their contract neared its end, they found themselves entangled in a web of their own making. One night, their pretense strayed into reality, their connection deepening. But when Tracy left for her studies in New York, the billionaire was left with unanswered questions and lingering emotions. 3 years later, the billionaire's life takes an unexpected turn during a chance encounter at the park. A little girl, carefree, full of life, and with a spark that was all too familiar, crosses his path. Her name is Jaden, a name that echoes in his heart, a name that matches his own. Her father, she says, is no longer in the world, and his name was Jay. The irony of the situation doesn't escape him. Jaden talks about her life, her likes, her dislikes. She's allergic to strawberries just like him. A coincidence? Perhaps. But there are too many similarities, too many shared quirks, too many echoes of his own self in this little girl. It's a puzzle that demands to be solved, a story that needs to be unraveled. So he decides to follow them, to learn more about this startling mirror of his own life. There are too many coincidences and similarities between him and this little kid. What will he find out? Stay tuned for part 2 of When Fake Feels Real.